things going here with some cable management. Still haven't really, since we moved in like 6 months ago, really done what I wanted to do down here. But yeah, we'll get things going here. Make sure everything is good to go. But yeah, just hanging out on a Saturday night. There we go. Let's hit that little button there. If everyone's hanging out and enjoying it, we're gonna get, once we get a few people in here, I'll kill the volume there. Once we get a few people in here, we'll get started. Just want to share this all in the right places. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday. We had a little bit of snow yesterday. That made things super fun. Not so much, actually. Sorry, folks, just doing a little bit of house maintenance here. Maybe that's not the right word. Or the right way, what is it? Boom, there we go. Sorry, I was doing all the right things, posting it to the book. On the book. There we go. All right. But yeah, so get that done there. Let's get rid of that. Looks like I got all that ready to go. But yeah, so what we're gonna do tonight is I thought we'd come inside and hang out in here instead of the garage because it's still cold out and it sounds fun to be in the garage when it's this stinking cold out. And I wanted to work on my pedal board for winter camp coming up in a few weeks, which is why one of the other reasons why we haven't had too much going on the channel wise. Well, I haven't really been working. There's been a bunch of other stuff. You know how it is, how it goes around this channel. We say we're gonna do a lot of stuff and then we don't do as much stuff as we actually say we're gonna do. But yeah, so I would do a couple unboxings quick of a couple new pedals I got. So for winter camp, because I've been, this is completely different than all my other stuff. It's not tractor related, obviously we're inside. But I normally play, when I play at church, I normally play through my, my Pod 500X, which is just a multi-processor unit. So basically it's like all my pedalboard stuff, an amp in one, so then it's super easy. But I've been wanting to do something different. So I decided to finally get the right pedal that I wanted, which was actually, where did that one go? Oh, it's here. So the pedal I really needed to do to fix that was from my buddy Cody at Westminster Effects. I'll put a link in the description. Actually, I'll pin one to the chat. That would actually work pretty well. Hopefully it doesn't look like that garbage on the actual video going out. Hopefully it's just what you guys are not seeing, because what I'm monitoring doesn't look that good. But what I've been wanting to get from him, yes I did, was the Augsburg amp sim, which basically is what a Fender in a box, and it's got direct out, so you can go from your pedal board directly to the PA. Doesn't have to, you don't have to run through an amp. Also has a 1/4 inch out that you can turn the through little switch on, and then it goes straight through, and then you can run that to an amp as well. You can run both out. So what my plan is, I'm gonna run one to an amp, so I'll have an amp on stage, and then I'll run this one to the soundboard. So that's gonna be the actual sound. So I got this, but also part of this, because my normal, when I was still playing with an amp the last time, I was still playing through my Katana and using some of the reverbs on there. So because of that, I needed to get a little bit, I wanted a better reverb. So I ended up picking up from Haggerty's Music in South Dakota. They got a bunch of stuff on reverb. I'm not gonna say the name of this right, because it's just how it works. But I got this reverb pedal, which is the Chassandonian dual reverb. Anyway, it's his it's both of his reverb pedals that he builds in one. So I think this side is the Hall, Spurgeon Hall reverb, and then this side is the Nicene, yeah, that's it, reverb. And so basically you have 2 reverbs in one. I really like, and I was the only reason I never got this pedal before, because I've always wanted this for a dual reverb, was because I liked the artwork on the Spurgeon Hall so much. It has Charles Spurgeon smoking a cigar on the for the artwork. I always thought that was kind of funny. So I was always asking if he would do a dual, like the actual factory, the normal factory artwork on each half, but that was not possible. But the nice part is it only uses one power supply, both reverbs. So because of that, I have to go through and redo my whole pedal board the way it is. So I thought, well, I'll bring you guys along for that. We'll see. Or not. Let's see what I can do here. But yeah, so let me check one thing real quick while I'm getting ready. So I haven't played this pedal board in a while, just because, like I said, it's been way easier just to do the whole going into the multiprocessor unit. Just I don't have to take an amp. But now with this pedal, I won't have to take an amp anymore. If I want to, I can. So I'm gonna try and move the camera so you guys can actually see the pedal board, and we'll kind of go through what. Not everything that's on the pedal board is what it says it is. Actually, very few things on the pedal board are what they say they are. Only a couple things. So we'll kind of talk about that, and I'll bring you around, show you. Hopefully you can see most of everything there. Okay, so you can't quite see here, but these pedals are all coming. Well, this one's not. This one's gonna get to stay, and this one's gonna get to stay. But we'll go through what all the pedals are. So right now my signal chain, just because it was the way it worked, comes into the TC Electronics Rusty Fuzz. Then goes to looks what appears to be a DS1 distortion pedal, but this is actually it's a Wampler mod. It's actually a fuzz pedal. Like 2 years ago, Brian Wampler from Wampler Pedals wanted to do kind of a fun project, and so he started taking pedals and doing modifications on this. One's filthy because I haven't dusted it for a while. But and so he was making these, taking Boss pedals and doing different things, which is also what we're gonna get to on this next pedal. So this is actually a fuzz. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good sound fuzz. So we're not gonna really play through it tonight. We're just gonna kind of hang out and talk, and then we'll work on do more guitar stuff if you guys like that. But this one's actually coming off the board because at winter camp, all the songs we're gonna play, sadly, none of them need a fuzz. It's weird. Modern worship music isn't really fuzz heavy, we'll say. So we're gonna take this one and the Rusty Fuzz off. Actually, this one's not bad. I think I picked this one up. These when these first came out, they were like $50 a pedal. These big old box pedals, and they weren't bad. They're actually pretty good. I think I got this one for like $25 used though. Decent little fuzz, but I don't. In reality, I hardly ever play fuzz. But so we're gonna pop those and put those to the land of unused pedals. Now you might be looking at this and going, if you're a guitar person, what in the world? This is a. Oh, let's get rid of this. Let's just pause this. You might be asking like, well, this is a metal zone, Kyle. Why do you have a metal zone on your board? Seems a little silly, but it's not. It is like that other one. It's another Brian Wampler mod. This is actually my EQ pedal. So I really like this because it's the kind of a funny joke too, where people will, I think, get my air duster, clean this all up. People always look at this and be like, why do you have a metal zone on your board? Well, it's not. It's always on because it's actually an EQ pedal. So this will stay. This pedal gets to stay because I like having an EQ. It's also can be kind of a nice boost. This pedal is cool. I've never actually played out with this one yet since I got it, because I got this one pretty close to after I started playing with the Pod 500X. This is a Little River custom, or Little River pedals, and I've actually done an interview with him on my podcast. And it is a distortion pedal that is built into a model car. It sounds really, it's actually an overdrive, but it's really close to distortion. So I'm gonna use this. This will go to camp, and this will be my my second stage overdrive. I can't. My first stage is gonna be, and I'm like actually making a mess here, but just fine. My first stage is going to be, where'd it go? Oh, right here. The another Westminster Effects, the Piper Drive. This is actually my first Westminster Effects pedal I got. He's up to version 2 and it's in a full size enclosure now. But I picked this one up used at a Guitar Center actually. And this is kind of what I had seen stuff about Westminster Effects before this, and then after I bought this pedal, I ended up interviewing him on the podcast years ago. We kind of got to know each other after that, and now I've bought 4 of his pedals, so I'm excited about that. So this will actually be stage 1. This is basically an always on for me. This is a really, if you want just a little taste of overdrive or something that can really, you know, putting this in front of this overdrive really makes this one come alive. Check that out. Like I said, he's up to version 2 now, and it's in a full size enclosure. I think I was in the back of this the other day, just like looking at it. So I got to tighten that one back up before we get final. And then I also have this old Digitech CM2 tube overdrive. It's actually not bad. It's got 2 sides on it, classic and modified. It's another one of their, an older series pedal. But this, I don't know if this is gonna go, just because I'm gonna need some extra room on the board. Right now I use a second board that runs with my volume and my tuner on it. Because essentially what I do now is I run all my stuff, comes in, all stays together until it goes to this chorus pedal, which is basically for stereo. And half of it goes out for, part of it goes out to, stays in the mix and goes to my 1 amp on the one side, and then the other one goes to my dirt amp on the other, on the right side. So that's how I make stereo now. But I'm gonna probably also eliminate this because of, with the Augsburg, I don't need to have this. So I might be able to have room for 1 more dirt pedal once we're done, because I'll also be getting rid of at least this one and probably keeping that one. But yeah, let's see how this is doing. But yeah, so we'll see. Who is like to know? Ooh, the internet is not happy here. Not at all. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Sorry for the delay, just checking on something real fast. That didn't sound work good. So moving on to pedals. So this one will come off the board because, like I said, I do have a few. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna take. I have a stock DS1, but if I want a little distortion, I might take that. But I might also just use the CM2 for that. Like I said, it's not. There's only a couple songs that's really super drivey, but so I want to get that off there for now because I need room for all my new stuff. Slash trying to fit everything a little bit smaller. Let's just go ahead and delete this. Maybe I can delete this. We'll see. But yeah, so no, it's not. But yeah, so that's what there goes. And like I said, then it goes into the chorus. That's all of my modulation. So you have my another becoming a common theme around here. Hope you guys figure this out. But another Westminster Effects. This is their chick delay. It's 2 reverbs in 1. It's got the 2 of the Bucket Brigade chips in it, is what you hear people talk about. And so this is really cool because you can get it to like, with the 2 delays, you can kind of like offset how they're sounding and kind of get that like do 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 like kind of back and forth sound to it. So this is really, these 2 pedals together are gonna play really nice together. So I'll probably do, I'm gonna probably end up keeping another TC Electronic the Prophet on there for digital delay, just if I want to, you know, have something. What's going on, Russ? Something a little bit extra spicy, but and I'll probably have the room. But like I said, this Sky Surfer, it's another one of the obviously TC Electronic pedals. You can see I kind of have a common theme of what pedals I play around here. Clearly. And so get this thing all the way back up there. Because mostly because they're pretty cheap. Ugh, it is stuck. I literally can't get the tripod up and started filming. But I really never been super duper happy with this one, to be honest. It's not a bad reverb. It's got 3. It's got spring, plate, and hall. But now I'll have the one half of this pedal is spring, the other half is Hall. So this one can basically go to retirement for a while. Unless, like I said, I could add this in to really, if I feel like if I wanted some ambient stuff, because right now on my line 6 I have an ambient. That's what I was looking for. Sorry if you saw a little too much. Ooh, I do like the Hall of Fame. If I want to add a little bit extra reverbiness to it, I might think about doing the, I might add this into it, because that way it can, third reverb. In worship music, you always can have extra reverbs. But I'm going to, this one's going to go, at least for the time being, to go to timeout over on the Blackheart. And that's what I'm using for an amp too. I use a Blackheart 5 watt will be my amp on stage, which is really just for my own deal. So let's get that here. Let's get that out of here. Hopefully everything's going good. You guys are seeing everything. So we'll go Augsburg will be at the end of the line, right there. And then I think let's go ahead and move this. Where things get confusing is because what I do also right now, and this is where things get weird with my pedal board, is so when it comes out of this chorus pedal, one signal goes directly, the signal that goes to the amp that has all the modulation goes through all the pedals. The other one goes down actually to my volume pedal that's on the floor. It's a Ernie Ball VP1 like everyone runs. And then it goes over to the amp. So that way I can control that second amp, how loud it is through there. If I was really crazy, I was thinking about getting a second volume pedal before camp and having a volume pedal before the board, and then running that volume pedal to do the same thing so I could control my stage volume. Basically, you step on volume pedal 1 and then step on volume pedal 2, all it's doing is affecting the amp that's on stage. I might do something like that if I can find one cheap, but it's also just kind of silly, I think, to have that much extra things that could go wrong. So probably not going to run it that way, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So this one, like I said, this was actually, I got it cheaper because it was a floor model. So, which I am not against saving a little bit of money. So we'll run that there. None of this has none of the new pedals have Velcro on them yet, because I like to kind of see. And eventually, before I actually get this thing set, I'll take it off of here and see how it feels to step on. That's why the Augsburg, there's no pedals. There's just these cute little toggles I can snap off when my big foot's trying to hit this. We'll see how that goes. But so I don't think I won't need this here anymore then. Well, I won't need, and honestly, I never really use too much chorus. Some people I know are big fans of the chorus, but I'm just not a super big fan of chorus pedals. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, let's get that out of here. Let's get this over here. There we go. So, ooh, dropping pedals here. We're just dropping boxes. So we'll get rid of this also for now. It might come back, but I just don't see. I see more wanting to have another reverb or another. Actually, yeah, I'd rather see have another reverb at this point than having that other deal. So you know, my little. My sensor also does. He's doing cables now too, so I might have to get some cables before camp starts. We'll see. But again, I got the link in the description. Super cool guy. Everything's handmade. In South Carolina, right? Yeah, South Carolina, Greenville. Yeah, something like that. Just somewhere warmer. So they're getting winter storm this week, so they can have that fun. So working backwards here, I need it. Oh yeah, here. So let's do analog second. So this thing needs to fit. Oh man, we are close on room. That will have to. We'll worry about running all the cabling later, because yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare probably. So run that here. And this is actually the cease and desist. He actually got a cease and desist from Chick-fil-A on the Chick-fil-A on the first one, because he had it look like the cow's handwriting. I think that was all he actually said. But they're cool with it now. Like they actually sent him a letter, so that they liked it. So that was his first cease and desist. So I always laugh at. So let's, if we go, oh man, some of these still have Velcro on them. So the profit there. Thinking just how to make this all work. So this makes this fun. Trying to do it on the fly too. Maybe entertaining. How's everybody Saturday's night? Yeah, exactly, Russ. I'm just not a super, I don't know. I remember there was which chorus was it? There was a different chorus that our old worship pastor played, and he always had it on. I mean, he ran that thing with his acoustic, which personally I didn't like the sound of, and so I think that kind of didn't help. And I think being overused in all of '90s worship music didn't help either. Trying to clean these off, but so yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad sound. It's a nice little pedal, but personally, I'm just not going to be using it right now. I also have, if I'm going to probably run it for camp because I think there's some noise, I have the NS2 noise suppressor that I run the 4 cable way. So basically it runs everything through so it makes it quieter. And then if I also have, if I want a little more dirt, the Super Overdrive and the Blues Driver, but I don't think those are gonna be. I like the Blues Drivers. I played a bunch with, but we're gonna set those back up there for now. So, wait, yeah, that's right. So that's there. So digital reverb, analog reverb, analog delay. I can't talk. We'll probably try to narrow those up a little bit too. Just get as much room as possible. I've been notorious to get extra pedals on. So here's where, and this is cool. I just got to find a good spot for that one. Actually might fit right there perfectly. And then this thing lights up. Okay, I'll actually turn this one on real quick. I don't think this is gonna make anything else make too much noise, so you guys can see when this thing's lit up. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna have everything going. Ooh, camera dropped a little too far. We'll get that back up there. But yeah, so now the decision is, or the question is, again, if you're here for the tractor content, that is, we still do a lot of the tractor content. It's just right now, I don't know, I had to come down here. I haven't been on doing anything for a while, so that'd be kind of fun, a little live stream night. If you're out there, what are you guys all doing on your Saturdays? I will leave that. Oof, oof. It's tempting what to do up on this region still. So many choices, kids. So many choices. Okay, so here's that. So we can do this distortion pedal. I got to really play through that a little bit when I'm practicing, so this one might get switched out, but for sure, this has got to be the first stage. And the nice part is this is always on, so I usually can configure that in a way where it's like my always on pedals I can kind of put in goofy spots because they're going to just stay on. But I guess I don't, because I'm not running 13 fuzz pedals in front. So maybe I could probably actually simplify it and put my volume pedal here. That would work. That would work actually pretty well. Run the volume, maybe squeeze the tuner in, take a pretty simple little setup. 2 overdrives. But then I remember I'm playing worship music. I should probably, yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, you have a Timmy though. Those are really good. Yeah, the Blues Drivers are just a hands down, like, I feel like with Boss pedals, a lot of like guitar, like when you first get into guitars, it's like what you get because they're affordable and they're really built like tanks. And then it becomes a point where guys are like, I don't know, there's some like stigmatism with Boss pedals, which I don't get, because literally you can throw them downstairs and they usually sound pretty good. And yeah, I really like the the blues driver, and that is now making me think, Russ, I think I need to put it on here. So maybe, now that I'm thinking, what I can do is move my distortion up here, put the blues driver here. What else do I need to have in front of that EQ? Probably nothing. Maybe leave it open for the noise suppressor. Because like I said, I can't remember at camp if there's a lot of, our power's probably garbage, but we fixed some of it. This might be an issue, getting to these pedals over the spoiler of this Mustang. But yeah, something to think about. Anyway, I'm probably gonna shut her down here because it's been just about long enough to have a little excitement, but nothing too crazy about, nothing too long. But yeah, if you like the guitar stuff, let me know. I'm not sure if this one will be up for a little bit, but yeah, have a good Sunday, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.